Good morning, welcome friends. I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School here with my friend Wayne, and we are feeling low, grounded, calm energy. We had some crazy wind this morning and then all of a sudden the energy just kind of dropped. So we're gonna embrace that and start our day with a bit of a yin practice, gently getting into our body, creating space, and then inviting a little bit more of that yang energy to move on with our day. So a little yin, a little slow flow, maybe moving into some more warming shapes as we go, but keeping it really gentle and calm. And something Wayne and I were just talking about is the external is the jungle, the craziness, and the internal is the garden. So we're tending to our personal gardens today, keeping our practice really focused on maintaining calm energy or cultivating calm energy for ourselves so that we can go out into the world and share that and be that with all the craziness going on. Thank you for being here today, Wayne. We're gonna get started on our backs. You can lie down, get yourself really comfortable. And that can be in any shape that feels good. Maybe legs straight, maybe knees bent. Arms by your sides or even hands on your body. Give yourself a moment to arrive. Come back to that sense of being settled and peaceful, maybe back to sleep. And just notice what you notice. We'll start internally. What's going on with you right now? Thoughts, emotions, sensations. The quality of your breath. And you can stay with a really natural breath, or you can start to activate a more controlled breath. Maybe that is ujjayi, a warming breath to invite some of that yang, warm energy in. Or perhaps it's a longer exhale to stay in that yin, more calming energy. You decide. And know that your breath is always a place you can come back to with your awareness, with your attention. To stay present, to stay in that meditative state. We'll take a couple more rounds of breath here in stillness. Feel the support of the earth below you. Eyes can stay closed or soft. You can reach your arms up over your head, extend long through your arms and your legs. Find some wiggles, fingers and toes, maybe some circles of your wrists and your ankles. Gently draw your knees into your chest. Give yourself a little hug, arms around your shins. Place hands on kneecaps and draw circles in the sky, nice and slow, massaging around your sacrum, getting into your low back a little bit more. Yeah, knees can move together, they can move separately, whatever feels right for you. And then switch directions. And as we're in this more calm yin energy, really allowing intuition, inner knowing, a sense of being be more prominent than a sense of doing or shoulding or needing to achieve a certain look or a certain shape or feeling even. Let's take this to a gentle spinal twist. Arms can come wide in a T or a cactus. Legs can fall to one side. Doesn't matter which one you start with. If you prefer a different variation, you can always cross one leg or extend one leg straight. And if it feels good on your neck, you can turn your head in the opposite direction of your legs. Notice as we're holding shapes a little longer where your mind likes to go. And allow yourself to be a kind observer, not judging, not attaching. There is no rush. We'll slowly start to move to the other side as you're ready. Knees can pass through center. Perhaps there's a reset moment or some movement rebound there. And then when you're ready, let your knees fall to the other side, finding your twist in the opposite direction and getting yourself set up in a way that allows you to feel the edge without forcing it. Yeah, really nice. Notice what you notice. And as your sides feel even, you can come back to center. Take some movement, some rebound shapes. We'll gently come up to a comfortable seat that might be turning to one side or rocking, rolling your way up. And we'll just extend both legs out in front. The knees can absolutely be bent here. Feet can be as wide as is comfortable. Simply round yourself forward over your legs. Yeah, honor where your body is in this moment. What needs space? What needs grace? One of my favorite parts of a yin practice is that sense of surrender, a sense of allowing. We're not forcing. It's a hard one for me in life, but a great practice on my mat to take into everything else. We'll gently lift ourselves back up. Can take a little bit of movement here, a little shake out. Next shape we'll take is a deer pose. So I'll start right. You're welcome to start with whatever you like. I like to think about my legs in a zigzag. So one shin kind of parallel to the top of my space. The other knee moves out to the side so the foot is tucked behind. Each of us will be different. I can't get my bum cheeks down. And then you're going to start to walk toward your right just as far as feels good. Yep. And if you'd like, you can drop to forearms. And for some of us, it's more over the center, over the front leg, slightly over the knee. Some of us can get a little bit closer to the side. Beautiful, Wayne, yeah. It's almost like a one-legged pigeon, the other leg is bent. We've got this beautiful grass below us. I can see little critters. Wherever you're practicing, appreciate the earth below, the support that you have, physical, energetic, community. And see if you can use that support to relax a little deeper, to soften, surrender. We'll gently walk hands back in, lift your chest. I like to take a little windshield wiper of my legs, bringing feet back to the top of my space, knees to the sky, side to side to release any tension. Notice the differences between sides before we move to the second side. And then as you're ready, find that set up in the opposite direction. And you can do this kind of forward and back on your mat as we are. You can also do it sideways, just making a zigzag shape. Lean over your front leg, turn over your knee, or take it to the side, and then find the depth that feels right for you. And each side is different, so we won't be perfectly symmetrical. Also a great lesson.
At 6:30 in the morning.
Exactly. Very early for us. We're being kind and gentle to our bodies. In this moment, you might find something that you're grateful for. Simply taking the time to practice, to feel, to be aware and alive for whatever's coming up for you or whatever's going on in your life off your mat. We moved into this shape at different times, so when you feel like that's the right amount of time on this second side, you can gently lift yourself up. Please, no rush if you'd like to stay longer. And then allow for that counter movement, rebound energy. Some people prefer a little stillness after to just feel what's happening. For me, a little movement feels like a nice balance generally. We'll come next toward a child's pose. You can slowly make your way there. Knees can be wide or together. Forehead to your mat, arms out in front. If you prefer an embryo variation, arms around your legs. Even stack your hands to rest your head. And we'll just pause. Breathe into your back body. A beautiful reset, natural shape for your back. You can stay here as long as you like. When you are ready, we'll take this to a gentle thread the needle, more of a yin style. So rather than coming to hands and knees, we're gonna stay in our child's pose. Right arm will thread underneath your left, side of your head can come down. Left arm might be more active, the elbow might drop a little bit more relaxed. In your time, in your way, we'll move to the other side. It's always challenging for me to say less and do less, but such a beautiful practice. You can come up and out as your sides feel even or you feel ready. We'll meet in a tabletop, hands and knees. A great lesson in not having to fill the space. Spread your fingertips, shoulders over your wrists, hips right above your knees, and just move in a way that feels fluid, that feels nice. It might be cow and cat, it might be wagging your tail or taking your feet side to side. Some movement through your chest, your shoulders, your head and neck. I see so many yoga practitioners, especially newer students, who get so caught up in the, am I doing it right? Is this how it's supposed to be? I think we've become a little too obsessed with alignment, with the look. You know, you feel. Trust yourself. And move and practice in that way. Maybe a couple more rounds of breath. We'll meet in a Sphinx pose. Forearms will drop down. Legs will walk back so that your hips and belly can come to the earth. And for this one, we don't necessarily want shoulders creeping to ears, but we'll try to keep this somewhat relaxed. For me, there's always a little engagement upper body, and I try to relax lower body. If that doesn't feel great in your low back, you can always engage your glutes to find some support. And you can stay. Another option is to take seal pose, lift your elbows, a little bit more active, maybe a little bit more intense on the stretch. A third option is to keep your elbows down and add chin to chest or gentle head movement getting into your neck. And you can do all of them. You can slowly explore. Mm-hmm. No rush. The next shape will be elbows wide, hands stacked, forehead to your hands. A simple release, regrounding, this time belly down. And an option here is to lift your feet, windshield wiper your feet side to side. Release through your low back a little bit more. If your feet are moving, bring them down. We'll take arms out wide in a T shape. You're welcome to take a cactus shape if you prefer arms bent. For me, that feels more intense. We're going to roll onto left hip. So right hand will come by your right chest. Side of your head can be down if that's okay on your neck. Right foot kickstands behind you. Yeah. We got into the back of the arm and shoulder. We're getting a little bit more into the front and into the chest. Gently take it to the other side, rolling back to your center. If you'd like to pause in that crocodile shape, elbows bent, hands stacked, you're welcome to go there. Or any other movement, a little wiggle. Or as you're ready, move into the other side, arms back in your T if they moved. Roll onto your right hip. And find your stretch, your openness on the other side. Back through center. You can stay on your belly or join me in a tabletop. And again, find movement that feels right. What is your body craving and requesting? Where can you shift a little bit of energy? Yeah, you might notice your breath again, the rhythm, the pace, the quality. We'll meet in a gentle downward facing dog, if that's even possible. For me, that means knees really bent, feet a little bit closer to my hands. Almost like a variation between a forward fold and a downward facing dog. There can be movement here. Nice, Wayne. There can be stillness. Slowly walk either feet to hands or hands to feet for a dangling pose, like a rag doll. Feet a little bit wider than hip distance. Hands hold opposite elbows or drag toward the ground. Head and neck's relaxed. My knees are really bent, so my belly's on my thighs. For me, too long here, I get a little lightheaded, so be gentle with your body. If your hands are holding opposite elbows, you might release your fingertips down and then walk your hands as far as you can right. I like to bend one or both knees, shift hips a little left. Yeah, you can take it to the other side. Nice. Back through center. Hands to shins. Take a halfway lift, long spine, deep breath in. Exhale, fold, let it all go. We'll take that twice more. Inhale, halfway lift, nice and slow. Exhale, fold, release. And again, breath in, lengthen, lift halfway. Breath out, fold, let it go. Slow and gentle, knees might stay bent. You can roll through your spine or stand with a flat back. Inhale to come up. Arms reach to the sky. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Pause here for a moment. Adjust as you need, your clothing, your breath, your stance. Notice what you notice once more. Feel that gentle yin, calming, grounding energy. As we start to move a little bit more, not a ton, try to keep that calm, that ease, that acceptance. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Take it nice and slow. Feel free to bend your knees. Beautiful breath. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, hands down. Step just your right foot back. Pause here for a moment. Adjust as you need. Yeah, nice big inhale. Exhale to downward facing dog. Step back, lift your hips. Full inhale through your nose. Open your mouth, let it go. Again, big breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Right leg to the sky, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step forward between your hands. Yeah, as far as you can go. If you need to guide it, please do. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, big step up, left foot meets your right. It might be several steps. Halfway lift, breathe in. Folds, breathe out. Rise up, reach up, arms high. Palms together in front of your heart, exhale. We'll take that one more time. Variation on the sun salute. Inhale, reach. Exhale, dive it forward. Halfway lift, breathe in. Hands down, this time left foot leads. Step back with your left foot. Pause here, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. You find your way to each shape. Couple moments here to move around, to open your mouth, release some heat, to turn on ujjayi, to invite some heat. You decide. Next inhale, left leg lifts, slow reach up. Exhale, step forward, just as far as your body allows, not forcing. Beautiful. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, heart forward. So nice. Exhale, big step or several steps up. Right foot meets your left. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Rise up, reach up. Palms together in front of your heart. Pause here again for a moment. Eyes can soften or close. Feel the energy in your body, whatever it's like. Eyes can stay closed or blink open. Reach your arms overhead. Breathe in. Fold forward as you breathe out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, just folds. Take your feet a little bit wider. We'll move into a malasana, heels in, toes out. So you decide how wide your feet go. And this might be more like a chair, depending on how awake your body is or how it feels. Yep. Here's the sun. Breathe into sensation. Feel length through your spine, openness through your heart space, your collarbones. Let's take 2 more rounds of breath. So nice. To a seat for your cobbler's pose or butterfly shape. Feet together, knees out wide. You decide how close or how far your feet are from your hips. Lift and lengthen for a moment, and then either flat back or more of a rounded shape. Allow yourself to bow over your legs. Find one more round of breath just as you are. And slowly lift yourself back up. Feet on the ground, knees to the sky. I like my feet a little bit wider, a little windshield wiper. Release through hip flexors. That looks fun. Let's take a simple staff pose. So legs extend long. Feet flex up to the sky. Hands by your sides. They may or may not touch the ground or even come a little behind you. Just lengthen through your spine. Lift through your heart. Option to stay. Option to take this to a reverse table or a reverse plank. I'm going to take table with knees bent. Plank legs can be straight. Hands will come a little behind. Fingers either pointing toward you or behind you depending on your wrists. And you can slowly begin to lift your hips, open up through your chest, your throat. Maybe head gently comes behind you. And when that feels like enough, slowly lower it down. We'll return to our backs. If there's something else you'd like to do seated before you get there, please take it. If there's any adjustments you need to make, please find them. Yeah, when you've come to your back, place your feet on the ground so your knees point up to the sky. Hug right knee into your chest, a little squeeze in. Reach your right foot to the sky. Hand behind your leg somewhere. For me, it's hamstrings. Point and flex your toes. Roll your ankle both directions. thread your right foot underneath your left knee. So it's going to come in that space between your knee and the ground. Right foot will thread under. I like to take my left hand and try to find my toes. They may or may not reach. And then right knee can fall forward and down. Yes, just like that. You can stay. That's already pretty intense for me. If you'd like a little bit more, you can take your left foot on top of your right calf, knee, thigh, just a little extra weight, extra pressure. We're slowly going to unthread right foot. So reground your left foot if it's on your right leg. Take your right foot to the sky, big breath in. Roll your ankle. Yeah, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. So like you're going to take a figure four. What we're going to do is heel toe left foot out to the left a little bit more. And then let everything fall to your right. And you can stay. You're welcome to take your arms wide, turn your head to look left. If this doesn't feel great, you can release the ankle from the cross and just let both knees flop to the right. Come back to center. Keep your ankle crossed. Recenter your left foot, so heel toe it back in. Everything's going to go left this time, falling to the opposite direction. An option to keep your knee lifted. Sometimes I like to press my knee away, find space. Option to let your knee fall down toward you for more of a